What's going on, PIT family, PIT nation, PIT people to address your ass today? I am here and we are about to react to more of Bill Burr. My last video was an epic failure. I don't like it. It wasn't funny at all. It was not up to par for my normal Bill Burr standards. He's normally funny. It didn't seem like anything was going correct in that video, but today I hope to redeem myself. Today I hope I found another video that's worthy of the Bill Burr name, that's worthy of the Bill Burr character, that's worthy of just being funny, as we all know Bill Burr is. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video, which is the Bill Burr gets into an altercation. Let's get it.
You're not fucking believe what happened to me. I went to spend time with my kids, and I went to one of these little Playland things for kids.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this structure where once your kids went in it, like you couldn't really go in there and be with the kids. See, it's kind of this, it's unsettling because they go around the corner, you can't see them. There's a whole bunch of people there. There's a whole bunch of adults. And it's like, I think everybody here is a parent. I don't know what's going on. It had that fucking fly in the ointment vibe. So I already didn't like.
Yeah, like I said in my last video, I have kids too, so I know what he's talking about. If you have kids and you're going to the park and you're concerned because you don't know where the kids are, you don't know who's on the playground, you know you're not by yourself, and you just have a concern as a parent that you want to make sure your child is safe, that nothing crazy and weird is happening. You don't want your child to disappear or walk off into the wilderness like the boy on the who came out of the woods with the battery on my last video. He was talking about what made Kevin come out of the woods. That's what we talking about.
It. And I'm in there, my son's in there, and there was this bigger kid was trying to give him a plastic ball. My son's, only 2. He doesn't know what's going on. And the kid got frustrated. He took the fucking ball and smashed it over my son's head like twice. So I'm on the mesh thing going, hey, stop doing that. Knock it off. So my son's freaked out. He runs away. And the big kid, I don't know if he felt bad. He fucking runs over to him. And my son's freaking out. Get the fuck away from me. And I can't get in there to break it up. So all I can use is my voice. So that's what I'm using. And then the dad came over, right? And he's on the other side of the structure. He gets the kid to get away. And then he looks at me and he goes like, yeah, we good, bro? Are we good? That's what he says to me. And listen, I'm no tough guy, but something about when somebody tries to bully me, I forget that I, haven't had a fight in 3 decades.
It's not even that. At that point, it's about your kid and his kid. Oh, we good, bro, and he doesn't even know what's happening. That's something that you're going to have to take care of on your own. Decision that you're going to have to make on your own time. Oh, we good. I'm not trying to check your kid, but you might want to have to check your kid. You might want to keep an eye on your kid who's smashing my kid in the head with a ball. Are we good? I mean, if you think we good, if we not, then what you want to do? What's up?
So I take a step towards the mesh and I go, what? And I forget what else he said. So next thing you know, this fucking idiot is walking through the structure hunched over, like the hunchback of Notre Dame coming over to my side. And I go, oh, here we go. I'm like, is he coming in here to keep a closer eye on his kid or what's going to happen? So I'm standing at the bottom of this fucking area. I'm standing ankle deep in colorful balls. And this fucking dad comes in. He doesn't look at me. He's got his back to me. And he starts bumping into me. Right?
Like a child.
With his back to me. I don't know a lot about MMA and martial arts and defense, but I don't think that's a good way to start a physical confrontation. I'm going to turn my back on you and start bumping into you. So I address it, and then he turns around, and
it kind of sounds like he's trying to do it on purpose, but he's trying to make it seem like he's not doing it, trying to be slick and sly and just trying to slide his way up in there and try to do something without, trying to do something without doing something. It's kind of crazy. You want to back into somebody and act like you're with your back to him and make it seem like you're not doing anything. That's worse than the child.
Looks at me, he goes, what do you want? What are you, $180?
What does that have to do with anything? What does that mean?
Ask me how much I bench. So I just smile and I just look at him, right? I'm like, all right. This guy outweighs me 60 pounds, so he's going to lunge at me. I'm going to jump back and take the back of his head, push him down to the plastic balls, and I'm going to get out of here. That was my only move. And it just keeps going. And then he turns his back again, right? Because I just sort of laughed when he said it. I said, I forget what the fuck I said. I just laughed at him because I knew. I kind of feel like if someone's going to hit you, they just go in and do it. They don't come in and turn their back to you. And
yeah, like back in the day, it wasn't a lot of this talking as people do today. Like what they call selling wolf. You selling wolf tickets. All you doing is running your mouth. You bumping your guns. And most people that I know, they wouldn't be bumping their guns. They was going to do something, or they just going to be quiet and wait on you to make your move, and they just going to sit back and wait for the action to happen. They're not going to just talk. That's how you know somebody's about their business. They're not going to sit there and be yelling and screaming and bumping their gums and bumping their chest. They're either going to do something, or they're going to sit there and wait for you and watch and see if you're going to do something. Kind of like this guy is right here. You just standing there looking like, okay, make your move. Like, what you want to do? But he's not talking. And in that sense, like, he's just looking at him like, okay, let's say he's running his mouth. He's just sitting there looking and laughing, and he's not saying anything, but he's just standing there with his arms folded. That's what most people would do back in my day. There wasn't a lot of talking. If you're going to fight, you're going to fight. There wasn't all this running around, bumping chests, backing into you and all this other foolishness. You just fight and you get it over with.
It's just like, all right, this guy is doing, he's going machismo here. He's trying to urinate all over this space. So if I was more mature, I would have given up the space, but I'm a fucking bald orange cunt, so I don't. And I stand there, and then he starts talking shit about me, not looking at me. So I go, is that directed at me? And he's like, no, I'm just talking to myself. It's a free country. You Biden voters haven't taken that away yet.
Again, he's kind of like with the passive aggressiveness. He's not actually doing anything, but he's just kind of, you say he's talking to himself when we clearly, if someone's talking about you and they're pretty much, I don't know what they said because he didn't say, but if he's mentioning Bill Burr's hair and he's mentioning how he looks, this guy looks like he weighs $185, but he say he's talking to himself like, man, what you want to do? You sitting there, you just talking, or pretty much just walk away because he doesn't want to do anything. He pretty much wants to, it looks like he's trying to entice you or he's trying to provoke you to make the first move, to make it seem like you're the one who started it, when he's just turning into an agitator or someone who's trying to make something happen instead of just doing what he wants to do, what it sounds like, but he's not taking the action on, which is just throwing hands, which it sounds crazy.
I go, oh, Jesus. I go, you one of those 24-hour news watching guys? And then he tried to flip it around and be like, oh, it's because I'm brown, right? I guess he was Mexican. I don't know. I don't know what he was. He was fat. That's what I know. And whatever. We're just going back and forth. And I'm really fucking, I don't know. It's like I'm enjoying it, but I'm not. It's, because my kids are there and shit. So we're just jawing back and forth. Neither one's just going to back down. And then this Asian dude came in. This is a very progressive story. We got like almost every race is involved here. The Asian version of, I was going to say Nice Guy Eddie. Nice Guy Eddie was not a nice guy, but I'm going to call him Nice Guy Eddie. He comes in, he goes, hey, come on, guys, not in front of the kids. Not in front of the kids.
Right.
And he goes to give me a fist bump. And I was more mad at him than the other guy. I'm like, what the fuck are you trying to settle me down for? I didn't fucking do anything. This guy's fucking lunatic kid is smashing my kid, over the head. So he goes to give me a fist bump. I just fucking look at him. He's like, come on, bro. I look at him. Come on, bro. And then he just crawls out. So now this guy's fucking giving me shit. He goes, don't even fucking act like you weren't me mugging my kid. And I go, your kid smashed the ball over my kid's head twice. And before I even said it, he goes, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. I'm like, you're one of those guys? You're one of those fucking guys, right? So, I don't know. We just do this dumb shit. It was so dumb. It was so dumb and it was so long and neither one of us was going to fight. It was so fucking stupid. And then he finally...
Exactly like I was saying. He didn't want to do anything. He pretty much just wanted to entice him or try to make him throw the first punch so he can make it seem like he did something or he got attacked, which is more like a victim than more like somebody who's standing up instead of just saying, what did my kid do? Like most adults do. You try to figure out what happened instead of just saying, my kid did nothing. Because I know I have kids and my kids aren't innocent. Now I'll sit and I will listen and then I will try to find out the other side of the story, especially if something happened at school or something that I wasn't there. I will try to find as much information as I can and then I will make a decision. I just would jump to the decision and say, no, he didn't do it, especially if I didn't see it. And that's what I think some people do. There are parents that will do that will just assume their kid and just never does nothing. And he's always being picked on. Well, the majority of the time, he's probably the one that's doing the picking. And it sounded like from what he just said, they just went around yelling and screaming and talking, pretty much just wasting time and not doing anything, which we call just selling wolf tickets. That's pretty much what happened.
He has to go. So then he's got to crawl out. Right? He probably said something else. I don't remember. So then now I'm out of the thing later on because I thought he left. And all of a sudden I'm sitting down trying to watch my kid in all the blind spots of this structure. And he comes walking by. And he goes, all right. He goes, have a nice day, Grandpa. Right? Call me an old dad.
What an insult.
So I go, all right, buddy, keep eating that cake. It actually hurt his feelings. He stopped. So then I stood up because, I thought he was going to sucker me or something, right? And he just goes, I can run rings around you, bro. I can run rings around you. And then he just fucking walked out. And I was just like, and then people at the front desk were like, what happened? What was that? I'll tell you what that was. It's your fucking lunatic structure here where you have kids of all ages. Jesus Christ, you got like 9-year-olds in there like jumping down the slide where you got toddlers down the bottom of it. That's what's going on here.
Right.
So,
and yeah, I can understand that there's no age requirements. You have all kind of kids playing together. All kids don't know how to play with other kids. They're just, some kids don't, sometimes I would say some kids don't know they're a bully until you actually tell them. Some kids know they're a bully, depending on the age, depending on if their parents are having a conversation with them and talking to them about doing certain things. So I will say some kids, not all, understand what's going on and some don't. And then some have gotten to one and they just want to keep doing it because they know they can do it to the smaller kids. But even like he said the kid looked like he felt sorry for him and he tried to apologize, but his son did not want to accept the apology. So it seemed like he has the son seems like he wanted to do the right thing, but the father just kind of egging it on and trying to get Bill to punch him or to start something, which is crazy. Like either you're going to do something or you're not. You're just going to keep talking and just trying to, just run your mouth. I mean, that doesn't solve anything. That doesn't do anything. Like, that's crazy. Either you're going to fight or you don't, or you just walk away.
I don't know. Looking back, honestly, on it, by the time he saw what was going on, I was yelling at his kid. So I understand why he did that. So what I should have said was say, listen, I'm sorry I raised my voice at your kid. It was that your kid was hitting my son with the ball.
I don't even think he could have did that. He could have just said, I've been sitting here watching my kid. I haven't seen you, but I've seen your kid hit my kid in the head with a ball twice. And your kid tried to come up to him and apologize. My son walked away, and that's when I saw you, and you started to interact with me. He could have approached it that way too. He didn't just say, I apologize, blah, 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 whatever. So there's kind of a couple of different ways that he could have approached it. And yes, like I was saying, there's a lot of kids of different ages in one particular location trying to play on the playground. That's why a lot of parents try to watch their kids to make sure things like this don't happen, to make sure kids aren't trying to do other things to their kids, which is weird things going on, especially in 2022. So I understand what he's trying to do, and also understand on the other end where he said he wanted to apologize and, just say he was trying to do what he was trying to do to make sure his kid was feeling safe.
He probably, no, he wasn't. I'm just saying, if I'm actually giving this guy the benefit of the doubt, so I don't carry this for another week. That, like, if I had said that, that maybe he would have heard what happened earlier and we could have just fucking been friends. But whatever. Mm-hmm. I never said anything fucked up about his kid. I never took it any further than that. He brought up weight first, and then he attacked me with ageism. He was really annoying me. He was saying, "Yeah, keep playing." He goes, "You got to be careful. There's no bubble machine in here." He was doing that. He was doing that classic fucking, this is Larry Liberal, and he's sitting here with his meatless sandwich.
Okay, that's pretty much it from this particular video. I see his point of view on this particular video. This is pretty much another video that's kind of similar to the last one. I was hoping I can find another good video to react to of some comedy going on, but it looks like Bill's storytelling again, or he's trying to answer questions on the podcast, but it's not as funny. But I'll keep doing Bill Burr videos again if you have any that you want me to react to that I have not to already. And if I haven't added the playlist, I'm going to go ahead and add a Bill Burr playlist with all of my reaction to him. And I'll probably leave a link down below. If not, just go ahead and go to my channel and watch that playlist. Again, go ahead and hit the like button if you watch all the way to the end. I truly appreciate you. Go ahead and come and be a part of the PIT family, the PIT gang, the PIT squad, whatever you want to call it. hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming no nonsense videos. This is the this is the PIT reaction channel. I'm out.